All right, what if you could rewire your brain using nothing but your attention? What if you had a tool so powerful it could lower anxiety, deepen relationships, improve your health, make you happier, and you don't even have to spend a dime? Well, stick around and I'm going to tell you exactly what tool that is to change your life. Well, you have that tool. It's called gratitude. So in this video, we're not just going to talk about why gratitude matters, we're going to prove it with research, real stories, and strategies that you can use starting today. All right, so let's talk about the importance of perspective. So play along with me for a few minutes here. So picture this. You got two people. They wake up on the same cold, rainy Monday morning. One's frustrated. Miserable day, right? Just another miserable day. The other smiles, thinks, hey, the rain means I don't have to water the garden. So as you can see, it's the same reality, but a different mindset. So I've lived both versions, and I'll be honest, there were years where my default setting was that frustration. I'd dwell on what was missing and want more money, more time, more energy, more progress. But when I began to participate in gratitude, even in the smallest ways, my lens shifted. So instead of waking up thinking I had to go to work, I wake up thinking I get to make a difference today. That one shift changed my energy, and my energy changed everything else. Our brains are naturally wired to focus on danger and lack. It's called the negativity bias. And yes, it is a survival trait. But in modern life, it can keep us stuck. Gratitude is how we fight back. So let's talk about unlocking the benefits of gratitude. And we're going to enhance this with a couple studies that really back up the idea that gratitude is powerful. Okay, so as mentioned, there is science that backs this up. Dr. Robert Emmons, one of the world's leading gratitude researchers, has found that people who kept a weekly gratitude journal exercised more, had fewer physical ailments, and felt more optimistic about the weeks ahead. So what does that mean? What all are the benefits there? At lower levels of stress and depression, improved immune function, better sleep quality, and stronger relationships. Think about that for a second. Stronger relationships. So in another study from the Indiana University, they used an MRI scans to examine participants who wrote letters of gratitude. Even after 3 months later, their brain showed greater activation in the medial prefrontal cortex, which is the area tied to decision-making and empathy. This wasn't just temporarily good vibes. It was physical proof that gratitude can reshape how we see the world, literally. And think about the relation side for a minute. How often do we hold back appreciation because we're too busy or we assume people already know? A simple thank you can repair a relationship or brighten someone's entire day. All right, so let me share some real-life proof, what gratitude in crisis. So gratitude isn't just for good times. In fact, it's most powerful when life feels like it's falling apart. Let me tell you about John Kralak, who at 53 years old was broke, going through a divorce, and living in a tiny apartment. One New Year's Day, he took a walk and had a strange idea. What if he wrote one thank you note every day for an entire year? He began to write to coworkers, family, even the barista who got his coffee at night. Day by day, he noticed his focus shifting from scarcity to abundance. That year didn't magically solve all of John's problems, but it built his relationships, revived his self-worth, and led to a book deal. That book called 365 Thank Yous. Gratitude didn't erase his struggles. It gave him strength to walk through them. Okay, so how do we start? Good question. Here are a few simple and powerful practices. As we mentioned earlier, gratitude journaling. Every night, write down 3 specific things that you're thankful for. Not just family, but my daughter's laugh at dinner. Right? That's an example. Show verbal appreciation. Each week, choose one person to thank out loud. Call them, message them, or write them a note. Use anchoring moments, which you can tie gratitude to a daily habit. brushing your teeth, turning off your alarm, pouring your coffee, and just say, thank you for this moment. I know these sound small, but their impact stacks. Consistency is what makes it stick. All right, let's talk about building a gratitude mindset. So eventually, gratitude will become more than practice. It becomes a mindset. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending life is perfect. What it really means is refusing to let what's wrong blind you in what's right. When you build a gratitude mindset, you train your brain to see opportunity where others see obstacles. You cultivate emotional resilience because even in the storm, you notice the shelter. So here's a mantra that I use. Even now, there is something to be thankful for. No matter what's going on, even now, there is something to be thankful for. Look, it's not magic, but it's powerful. Okay, so I have a challenge for you. Take a moment to pause this video. Yeah, go ahead, pause it right now. All right, or wait till it ends. And write one thing you're grateful for in the comments. Not something big, just something real. And together, let's create a wall of gratitude and maybe remind someone else of what they have as well. Gratitude isn't a trick, it's a tool. And when you use it daily, you don't just feel better, you become better. I am leading for you, and thanks for branching out. I hope you found this content helpful. If you want more leadership content or self-improvement content, please subscribe to our channel Leading for You.